untreated heartburn or acid reflux can lead to cancer, which is pretty crazy. If you want a way to force your body to permanently stop acid reflux and heartburn in 48 hours, click the link in the description below. For now, let's get to today's question.
The question: how long can an acid reflux last? Answer by Rory Malone. The more the stomach is stretched by food, the higher the tendency to reflux. The tendency is also increased by eating fatty meals, as fat delays gastric emptying. Watch this. Heartburn no more. TM. A simple way to change that is to use a pillow under the mattress or to raise the head of your bed by 10 centimeters, 4 inches, with blocks or a house brick under the bed frame. Another possibility is to measure the acidity in the lower end of the esophagus during a 24-hour period. This will give an indication of how often and how long the reflux episodes last. The symptoms of gastroesophageal reflux can resemble those of a peptic ulcer, chest pains, angina pectoris, muscle pains, back problems, constipation, irritable bowel syndrome, gallstones, pancreatic disease, etc. If the symptoms are not frequent, less than 5 times a month, they can be treated with over-the-counter medications such as antacids and histamine antagonists. In most cases, antacids successfully control the symptoms. If simple antacids are insufficient to control the symptoms, then tablets to reduce acid secretion will usually be tried. This often starts with medicines called proton pump inhibitors such as omeprazole, e.g. Losec, lansoprazole, e.g. Zotone, or pantoprazole. These are simple to use, usually taken once a day, and can be taken long-term if required. Other treatments available include histamine H2 antagonists such as ranitidine, e.g. Zantac, or cimetidine, e.g. Tagamet, although these are now used far less frequently than they used to be because of the effectiveness of proton pump inhibitors. Severe cases of gastroesophageal reflux which don't respond to other treatment can be treated with a short course of prokinetics, which speed up the emptying of your stomach, meaning there is less opportunity for acid to irritate your esophagus. Swallowing forces temporarily break the magnetic bond to allow food and drink to pass normally through the sphincter at the bottom of the gullet, but the magnets then close this immediately after swallowing to restore the body's natural barrier to the reflux of acid and bile. Answer by David Ashton. Acid reflux usually lasts from minutes to hours, but in rare cases it can last much longer. I am not sure if the question was due to a concern over personal chest pain, so I have included this article I wrote some time ago for my blog. It differentiates between acid reflux, non-cardiac chest pain, and angina, heart disease. Cardiac chest pain. Is it heartburn or heart attack? Heartburn, despite its name, has nothing to do with the heart, although it may have similar symptoms to heart disease or heart attack. Heartburn is caused by stomach acid rising up the esophagus, the tube between the throat and stomach, which causes a burning sensation in your upper belly/lower chest. Heartburn symptoms may be triggered by a problematic lower esophageal sphincter, LES, a valve located where the esophagus and stomach meet. When the LES is working right, stomach acid is held in the stomach. The LES opens to allow food in or air, burps, out, and then closes again. But if the LES doesn't close properly or stays open too long, stomach acid can leak into the esophagus, causing the heartburn. There are a couple of things which can contribute to this problem. 1. Overeating too much food in the stomach may cause the LES to fail. 2. Too much pressure in your stomach, which may be caused by pregnancy, constipation, or obesity. Some of the common causes of heartburn are high fat or oil meals, lack of sleep, stress, and some medications. Although occasional heartburn is not dangerous, long-term heartburn, GERD, may lead to other serious problems like treatment. Generally, an off-the-shelf antacid will be sufficient to treat heartburn. If symptoms persist, see your doctor. You may need a prescription medication. Heart disease, angina. Angina is a condition caused by a temporary lack of oxygen to the heart and can feel very similar to heartburn. It tends to strike when you're doing moderate to strenuous activity. As your activity level increases, your body requires more oxygen, but your clogged or narrowed arteries dramatically limit the supply available. If the oxygen supply is less than the demand, you may experience angina, chest pain. Remember, some of the more common symptoms of heart-related illness is a feeling of pressure or tightness, or a heavy crushing sensation in the chest, and is often made worse with raised activity levels. It is common for heart pain to radiate to the arms, the neck, the jaw, and the back, and is often accompanied by sweating, nausea, difficulty breathing, dizziness and an irregular pulse. As a rule of thumb, angina will usually last for 5 to 10 minutes. A heart attack will last slightly longer, and reflux may last from minutes to hours. If the pain is digestive system related, like gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD, it is usually sharper as opposed to a heavy pressure or tightness from angina, and will usually get worse if you lie down or bend over, allowing stomach acid to rise up the esophagus. Note: all chest pain needs to be taken very seriously, and you should call an ambulance or seek medical help immediately. Especially if you are over 50 years old or have high risk factors such as diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, obesity, you smoke, or have a family history of heart disease. If it turns out to be non-cardiac chest pain, fantastic. There is no such thing as overreacting when it comes to chest pain. In conclusion, non-cardiac. This type of pain is probably not cardiac in origin. Cardiac. This type of pain is probably cardiac in origin. Hope this helps. Dave. First aid. Health and all things related. Answer by Paul Anthony. For me, acid reflux only happens in the morning because I don't binge eat. Light dinner, heavy breakfast and lunch. Recently I tried tamarind and found out that my acid reflux is due to insufficient acid in stomach. Whenever I eat tamarind I don't get acid reflux when I stop it. Acid reflux comes back again, but the sad truth learned is that no conventional doctors will listen to a patient, so I am struck with experimenting and using tamarind temporarily stop acid reflux.